Hey, what's going on, guys? Brian from Zombie Guitar here. In this video I want to talk about basic electric guitar effects, okay? So if you're just starting out, if you're a beginner at the guitar, you may not be super concerned with effects. However, it won't be long until you realize that, you know, these sounds that all these other musicians are creating on their albums, it's more than just a guitar plugged directly into an amp, okay? So just a guitar plugged directly into the amp, unaffected, sounds like this. Okay, so that's the guitar plugged directly into the amp, unaffected. Okay, so the number one most common effect that you're going to hear and probably use throughout your playing career is going to be distortion. Alright, so distortion, a lot of times it comes with the amp. If you get a really cheap amp, your amp may only have one channel, but a lot of amps, you know, anything over $100 or more pretty much is going to have a clean channel, which is what you just heard, and a distorted channel, okay? So this is what distortion sounds like. Okay, so basically it's that more rockin' guitar sound, okay? So that's just using my amp's distortion, okay? I have a $400 amp that I use as my practice amp. It comes with a clean channel and it comes with a distortion channel. However, you know, a lot of guys, they prefer to get their distortion sounds through pedals, alright? You can use overdrive pedals, you can use distortion pedals, you can use... there's a varying different range of pedals that you can use to achieve this, but in general, overdrive, distortion, driver, those kind of words are used to describe distortion. Okay, so that's that. All right, so in this the post that goes along with this video and in the description, I'll give you a couple links to some basic distortion pedals, some good ones that I've used in the past and that I still would use. All right, so that's one effect. Another effect that you're going to hear is chorus. All right, so what chorus sounds like is, so here's your clean channel. Okay, unaffected. Now I'm going to put chorus on, and that's going to sound like this. Okay, now let me turn chorus off. Back on. Okay, so it just kind of modulates the tone. It very lightly alters the pitch of each note, okay? So it sounds like a few guitars are being played at once, and each of the guitars that are being played are slightly different pitches from one another to give kind of a fuller, richer, it's called chorus because it's supposed to mimic a chorus of instruments being played at the same time, okay? So that's another common effect that you're going to see, chorus. And again, those are sold in pedals. Chorus pedals, various different kinds of chorus pedals out there. I want to give you links to the ones that I would use. I prefer the Boss chorus pedals, the brand Boss. All right, so check that out. Another common effect is reverb. Okay, so what reverb does is it basically mimics the sound as if you were in a larger room and you are hearing natural echoes. Okay. So this one might be hard to pick up on, but here's just, I'm just going to hit some single notes clean with no effects, no reverb on it, and that's going to be like this. Okay, so now I'm going to put reverb on it. Okay, hear how there's a little bit of an echo there, so let me turn it off again. That's no reverb. Okay, so that's the reverb effect. It's mimicking being in a larger room with the natural echo occurring. Okay, so that's another common effect. There's only two more that I'm going to go through. There's a lot more, much crazier effects, but these are just basic guitar effects that pretty much every guitar player that has been playing for a length of time pretty much uses or has in their pedal board setup. All right, so the next effect is delay. So delay is going to be a little. So if reverb was echo in a room, delay is even more of an echo. Okay, so delay is kind of like the note sounds and then the note sounds again, but a little quieter, and then it sounds again. So it's a little trail of echoey notes. Okay, so here's without delay. Okay, now I'm going to turn delay on. Okay, and that can be controlled how much space is in between each one of those repeated. So if I'm actually adjusting this right now, so now it's going to be. Okay, or it could be real fast. Okay, when it's set that fast, it almost sounds like reverb at that point. So, you know, all the parameters of all these different individual effects can be adjusted with that whatever pedal you're using too. So this delay pedal, just how I adjusted the length in between the echoes. The amount of echoes can also be changed. Like right here. You heard like 4 or 5 echoes. You can adjust that so you only hear 1 echo or 2 echoes, okay? So all these individual parameters within these pedals can be adjusted. All right, so, but that's your basic delay effect. That's what delay does. Delay gives it a tail of echoes, all right? And again, I'll give you links for delay pedals that I use. I prefer the Boss DD7. That's what I use. That's what I use live. That's the one I'm going to link you to. All right, and then the last effect is going to be the wah-wah pedal, okay? So wah-wah pedal basically is a pedal that, you know, heel, toe, pretty much it's done with your right foot. You push down on your heel, push up on your toe, and it sounds like this. Okay, so every one of those wahs I'm doing with my foot, okay? You leave it in the downward in the heel position. Or I can leave it in the toe position. Or I can leave it in the middle position. Alright, but wah-wah pedals are usually, you know, you're kind of doing the wah-wah, kind of tapping your foot to the beat of the song as you're playing. Alright, so that is a wah-wah pedal. So distortion, chorus, reverb, delay, and wah. Those are the 5 basic guitar effects that you're probably going to be looking at first, okay, once you start looking at effects. The first one, of course, is going to be distortion, because if you got an electric guitar, there's probably a good chance that you're trying to get distorted tones, okay? You don't want to be just playing everything clean tone. That's the whole point of electric guitar. You want it to have that, you know, rockin' electric distorted sound. So that's pretty much going to be your go-to one first, is the distortion. All right, so these can be, you know, this can all be done with a chain of pedals, right? So a lot of guitar players, my live rig, when I play out live, you know, it has my distortion pedal, it has my chorus, my reverb, my delay, and my wah-wah pedal. I think that was all of them. I don't use, actually, yeah, I do use a distortion pedal. My amp has a distortion channel, but I prefer to use the pedal version, okay? I prefer to use the Ibanez Tube Screamer on my clean channel, and that's where I get my drive distortion sound from, okay? So this can be done by using individual pedals known as stomp boxes, but for my at-home practice rig, what I'm using right now, I use a processor pedal, okay? So a processor pedal is basically just a little unit, as you see in the picture here, where this can be set up in a couple different ways, but the way I personally set it up is I set it up so each one of these buttons, number 1, 2, 3, 4, bank down and bank up, they each have a specific effect assigned to it, okay? So number 1 is my chorus, number 3 is my delay, the blue button that you see, that's actually plugged into the back of my amp, so that controls my amp channel, so that functions as my distortion pedal. Although I could use some sort of a pedal distortion if I wanted to with this pedal, okay? And then my bank up is set as my reverb. My bank down is set up as a little booster just to kind of boost my volume. So, but this is my home rig. For playing live, I prefer to use stomp boxes to get my effects. But just for my at-home practice rig, this suffices perfectly fine, okay? And then the pedal over on the side of this that you see is my my wah-wah pedal. And you can use, just like individual stomp boxes, you can have multiple effects on at once. So I could have delay on, I could have chorus on, I could have reverb on, I could have distortion on, I could have it all on at once, and it'll be, you know, all those effects going on my tone at the same time. But those are basic guitar effects. There's a lot more to it. Tons of guitar effects out there. Tons and tons and tons. But these are just your absolute basics. So I just wanted to give you a basic understanding of, you know, what types of effects people use on electric guitars, what they do, and a couple suggestions as to, you know, like what pedals you may want to pick up if you were to, you know, purchase some of those things. And the links that I use, yes, they are affiliate links for the store ZZounds, ZZOUNDS.com. Okay, it's as far as online stores go, it's my favorite online store that I would prefer to shop at. Very good customer service over there. Great guys. They will honor any lower price that you're able to show them, you know. So if you find a lower price on any of these items and you tell them about it, they will honor that price. And they also give you, I believe it's a 30 or 60 day, no questions asked, money refund if you're not happy with your purchase, okay? So those links that I've given you are my affiliate links for those people. If you're interested in it, check it out. Otherwise, I hope you learned something from this video. And if you have any questions, feel free to message me. Thanks a lot.